Call it the Hate America rally. I bet you see pro-Hamas supporters. I bet you see Antifa types. I bet you see the Marxist in full display.
You look at this No Kings rally, and there's considerable evidence that George Soros and his network is behind funding these rallies, which may well be riots all across the country. And
are you talking about the Hate America rally? That's what we call it, because it'll be a collection of Antifa, BLM, the Marxist, wild leftist policy priorities, and that'll be on display for the whole. Sponsored. They were Soros funded, and they were co-sponsored by the Communist Party USA.
I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. And I looked at all the brand new signs paid for, I guess it was paid for by Soros and other radical left lunatics.
Real quick, so the No Kings rally was an undeniable success, with 7 million people in the US making their voices loud and clear, along with our allies from around the world, with 18 other countries protesting in solidarity. So going into the No Kings protest, Republicans attempted to fearmonger and downplay the legitimacy of the protest, saying they would be filled with Hamas-supporting violent left-wing anarchists that were only there because they were being paid, which is just obvious authoritarian dog shit meant to delegitimize and suppress dissenting voices, but let's take a closer look anyway. The protests were overwhelmingly peaceful, with few arrests. No arrests reported in some of the biggest cities, with the largest rallies including 0 arrests in Austin, San Diego, Chicago, New York, and DC. The Republicans would want you to believe that these are paid protesters with signs that were made for them. So they think there's nearly 7 million people that received a paycheck, and there's some enormous secret Soros-funded collective of left-wing elites having arts and crafts time creating millions of unique signs with cardboard markers and tape. Prove it. Show me one of those 7 million pay stubs. Show me one person from that mythical factory creating millions of signs. And give me one goddamn good reason why these protests against this petulant orange wannabe dictator bitch of a president wouldn't be genuine and organic. Of course, when they were unable to bring even a shred of proof to their claims about the AstroTurf violent protests, and after No Kings was a resounding peaceful success, the whole cast of right-wing flip-flopping fuckers changed their tune pretty damn quick about the violent left-wing extremist Marxist America-hating commies funded by globalists and organized by a mysterious organization that came out on No Kings Day.
This to me is a colossal waste of time. And for these people, you wasted your Saturday. It's like a Comic-Con. They have costumes and hashtags.
They're silly protesting, and they don't know how dumb they look.
Absurdist costumes. They look silly. They certainly don't look serious.
They also tried to claim, as if anyone could be this fucking blind and dense, that the protests don't make sense and are completely performative, as Trump is not a king.
They're calling him a king. It's completely ridiculous.
And I guarantee you that kings don't let you romp up and down the street in costume, mocking him.
If President Trump was a king, he would have closed the national parks and the National Mall, so they couldn't have had the rally out here.
The No Kings protests are not to fight against an existing king. They are to pull attention to the fact that Trump is acting like a king by constantly acting like the Constitution and our country's laws are suggestions. For example, he defies Supreme Court orders. He infiltrates cities with federally funded armies. He declares war on American cities. He shits on the Constitution by attacking free speech. He's attempting to remove birthright citizenship. He ignores people's rights to due process. He imposes illegal global tariffs. And I could go on, but let's just see what the issues were during our nation's first fight against the king in the Declaration of Independence. Reasons for declaring independence from a king include, but are not limited to, he has kept among us in times of peace standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. For cutting off trade with all parts of the world. He has obstructed the administration of justice. And he has excited domestic insurrectionists amongst us. So when the President of the United States tears up the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence and then takes a big wet turd on the scraps while wearing a crown, looking at you, not breaking eye contact, and then you tell me there's no reason for a No Kings protest, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.